Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good weekend and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West, where honestly I have no idea what's going on anymore. I thought I had it all figured out. We were heading into what was an obvious trap set by the Zeniths, baiting us with the Eleuthir subroutine, but then I got here and yeah.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
I mean, that was a possibility, but we got here, we found a Zenith who was trying to recover an asset that it had let slip away. And the Zeniths never had Eleuthia to begin with, just Gaia. So that doesn't tally up. I mean, my working assumption was that Eleuthia was never here, but with their own copy of Gaia, and therefore access to Gaia's, they'd sent the distress signal pretending to be Eleuthia in order to lure me in here because they knew I needed Eleuthia's processing power, even if, you know, the purpose that Eleuthia was built for is now surplus to events. But that doesn't tally up either, because if Eleuthia was never here anyway, and this was all just a Zenith trap, what were they here trying to recover? There's so much about this that just doesn't make sense. Well, it probably does make sense, I just don't see the big picture yet.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
I mean, it's a data center, if one of Gaia's subroutines was going to hide out somewhere, this is the kind of place it would hide out. But then you've got the complication of the Oseram renegades and Tenakth rebels who were here setting a trap for any Zeniths that were going to turn up in order to test a weapon that was capable of knocking out the Zenith shield systems. Now, I don't know for sure that this was silence, but it was silence, because who else is going to provide them with the focuses and the tech necessary to do that? What's this? Somebody's been here, accessed the storage, and initiated a data transfer. They've transmitted something out via beamcast. Was that silence? Because I mean, we know he got here ahead of the Zeniths. He laid an ambush for them. Wait a minute. That looks like Zenith tech. Oh, I'm confused.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around. I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Wait, so Eleuthia was here, but the Zeniths transmitted her out. So does that mean that the original distress signal was genuine? We just got here too late.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Even so, that does still leave some unanswered questions. Because we're assuming that beamcast transmitter was set up to transmit the Eleuthia subroutine back to the Zeniths. But they were still here at the point where they got ambushed and killed by Silence's renegades, and they were still trying to recover whatever asset it was that had gotten away from them. So it wasn't Eleuthia, because we're working on the assumption that they have Eleuthia now, and yet they're still poking around trying... Oh, did I mention I'm really confused?
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Maybe I can find out more from this, if I can actually get a proper viewing angle on it. Oh, I thought it was a data log. It's just something glowing purple. Well, there's a couple of loot crates here. I am badly in need of some answers. So which way am I going? Looks like this place is a dead end. I'm not seeing any obvious hatches or vents in the walls or ceilings. Come back the way we came, see what I missed. No, there's nothing up there. That's the way I came, I think. Yeah, this is new.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility. This
What were
place
they
keeps
for?
on going. Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Just make sure that there's nothing else in here before we go into that big room. Here we go, spoon-fed. Wish you'd been on the call with me with Zero Dawn. Whoever negotiated this deal with them was ingenious. A bunch of our old tech collecting dust and storage in exchange for a copy of all human knowledge. And the guy heading... Oh, they're talking about the Prime in charge of developing Aletheia. Yeah, he was obviously very happy to get his hands on Far Zenith's ectogenic gestation facilities. But I mean, none of that's stuff that I didn't already know. So, big ominous looking room. Let's just do a quick scan before I jump in, because I don't like surprises. We've got a supply chest. We've got what look like a bunch of grapple points. And I'm not seeing anything else. Alright, let's go.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well,
Are you planning on joining me in here, Vol? Because I can barely hear you.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
You know we've got focusers, Vol, right? We can actually talk to each other across distances. Is there... What's he doing up there? Come on, Vol, get down here. It's not hard. Alright, let's go see what's up there. But I'm going to have a good look around before I press any obvious buttons. Oh, Vol made it.
A control console. To access the storage units.
can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
No, let's not find out. Let's have a good look around first. So that's the access console, but there's stuff over here. There's a door I can open. Another room off to the side. We'll see if there's anything useful in there too. And that would be no. Nope, nothing in here. Anything on the other side? Well, there's a storage box. I think I'm going to have to press the button. Oh wait, that's not it. This is the button.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Yeah, he's right. There was a number in the distress signal, and at the time we didn't understand what it meant. So, which data point was it? Quest data points, not spec. There it is. Distress signal. Number's 237. Alright, let's give it a try. 236 storage pods. The number is 237. That seems weird. I don't know what's in these pods, but it's not going to be Aletheia. And this is a Far Zenith site. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, I did not see this coming. You know who that is? That's the Zenith's clone of Dr. Sobek. That's the asset they were trying to recover.
Aloy,
Yeah, I know, Vol. It's complicated.
it's you.
Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't.
Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now.
So Eleuthia was here.
But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Wait. Good girl.
You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
So Eleuthia was here but didn't send the signal. She did.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
I have to fight a Spectre. No. The last time I ran into these things, it was all I could do to run away from them without dying. Well, at least I only have to fight one. Well, I have to fight 2, but I only have to fight 1 at a time. Right, let's get some traps set up. Check me out, actually using the Tripcaster.
Here it comes!
Whoa, it didn't give me a lot of time. Let's try to at least discover what its weak points are.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Okay, it's got a pair of cannons on its back. And it really didn't seem to give a shit about the electric Tripcaster wire. Oh, that's not good. There's a bunch of... Oh, wow, it's quick. I mean, it's really quick.
See if it has any weak spots.
I did scan it, Aloy, and it didn't help.
quick.
Yes, it is quick, I know. Would you like to give me any more obvious advice? Okay, so those golden plates, I mean, I don't know if they're weak spots or they're just... Oh, there's the shoulder cannons again. Weak versus plasma and acid. That doesn't help, I don't think I've got any plasma or acid attacks. Oh, I do. But it's the warrior bow, and this is short-ranged. Although, if I can get it into the corroded state, it will take damage over time and be more vulnerable to other elemental attacks. Yep, there we go. Should start taking a bit more damage. The problem with the warrior... Oh, actually... Shit, what the... I was going to say the problem with the warrior bow is it's a very short-range weapon, but looking at how quickly this thing moves, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Although being out of ammo is. Holy crap, these things are deadly. Let's get my Valor Surge up. Do more crit damage. Where the hell did it go? Where is... There it is. Not quite close enough. There we go. Got it down to half health. Yay. Yeah, stay away from that. Let's just start doing more damage. Wow. Holy shit, this thing is lethal close up. using the hunter bow now because it just does more damage than the warrior bow. No, no, don't do that. Get away. Jeez. How am I doing for meds? 7 left. Oh, there's those shoulder cannons. Get into cover. Sharp shot bow or stick with the hunter bow? I think I'll stick with the hunter bow. Because it's nearly down. The sharp shot bow is good, it does more damage because of a much longer draw time. And come on, come on, come on, you ugly metal bastard. Yes.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
So, it looks like when I had it tagged and highlighted, it didn't appear to be showing any specific weak points, although it did show what elements it was vulnerable to, acid and plasma apparently. But it looked like those golden plates, they were armor plates, and if you can shoot those off, then it exposed the more vulnerable circuitry below, because it started taking more damage towards the end of the battle as its armor plates had been knocked off. So that's good to know. Because I now have to fight another one, because there's another one upstairs. And if it's in communication with that one, it probably knows I'm coming.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Actually, before I head back up to join Erend, I want to see if there's anything else I can learn from the corpse of this Spectre. Different components. An indestructible regeneration unit. Well, that doesn't seem fair, does it? So, the plates can morph into highly lethal weapons and can gravitationally reattach when torn off. Oh, crap. Oh, but that's a usable weapon. So if you can knock its shoulder cannons off, you can pick the shoulder cannon up and use it as a heavy weapon against it. So these are all the detachable components. The thing is, of course, they're all covered with armor, so you've got to remove the armor plates first before you can hit the weak spots. Except for the cannons. You can hit the cannons when it opens them up to shoot at you. That's not a good thing. Okay. Okay. Oh well, this is all good to know, because I am gonna have to fight another one very, very soon. If I can just remember how to get out of here. Was that door open before? Oh, hang on. There is something here. I don't think this door was open before. Yeah, this is new. Priority shift from Song Jiao. We've lost the bright star among us. Research on ectogenesis for the Odyssey was near and dear. Oh, yeah, whatever, fine. Ancient history. I can review that at my leisure. We're heading up, so this looks like the right way. Yep. So, Val's hauling Beta with him. Aaron's up top, hopefully not fighting a Spectre by himself.
Aloy!
Oh, shit.
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight, I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Just hold on, Aaron. Let's get the warrior bow equipped, because I know they're vulnerable to acid damage.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
Of course, the problem is, with my 3 bows, the warrior bow does the least base damage. What are you going to do?
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing shoots down the steps.
Wait, it's got a shield
Stay
now?
put. I'll see what I can do.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
When you need me, I'm there.
Alright, so what's time for me?
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield up. I need to stop it. It'll be a tough fight if I take that thing head on. A heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
I could use it against the Spectre. Got to get around behind it though. But here's the problem, you can't sneak when you're carrying a heavy weapon.
Shield's down! It's
It's on the move.
Although I'm okay, well, out of ammo, but it's dropped its shield. Oh, that looks bad. I don't want to get hit by whatever the hell that is. Whoa! 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 What was that? Okay, Erin's got its attention for now. Oh right, it's in the corroded state. Awesome. Reduced its armor. It's now even more vulnerable to elemental attacks. It looks like Erin's hitting it with some kind of shock attack. Erin, you know it's strong against shock attacks, right? Erin doesn't know that it's strong. Whoa, dodge that. How am I doing for ammo? 6 shots left. Yeah, not good. Whoa! Pack that shit in. I'm doing alright for meds.
A heavy weapon. That could help.
Any other heavy weapons lying around I can use? There's a Ravager cannon on the back of that Ravager. Unfortunately, it's still attached. A Ravager cannon would be really nice. Okay, I guess we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, I could maybe sneak around it. It doesn't actually know exactly where I am. Can I get close enough to pull off a sneak attack? Yep. Oh, it didn't like that, did it? Wow, it's got some range on that tail attack. I mean, you wouldn't have thought it was in melee range, but it was. Right, hunt the bow. Let's just try to get some damage done. This thing is able to close the distance crazy fast. Try to get some of these armor plates knocked off so I can actually hit something valuable. Go on, Erin, keep it occupied. There goes a plate. Whoa, get away from that. Nope, 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 nope.
Much better.
Alright, I've detached an armor plate. Can I hit a weak spot? There, on the leg. Got it. Yes, I know, Erin. I don't want to have to explain this again.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Oh, yeah, the weapon the Renegades used to take down the Zenith Shield. Verbena, her name was. It was too hot to examine earlier, but it would have cooled off by now.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Worth a shot. But didn't something drop off the Spectre that I killed? It looked important. That's not it. I mean, I'm going to loot the Spectre itself anyway, but... wasn't there a weapon or something that dropped off it? It looked like a weapon. Kind of like the nanotech plasma gauntlet that the Zeniths themselves use. But I'm not seeing anything. Well, let's go and check out the Renegade weapon. Gonna have to come up with a better name for these guys. Tenax Rebels, Osrian Renegades. Silencers Goons. This is it.
No. Damn it.
When Silence programs something that self-destructs, he doesn't mess around. There is this, though.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Whatever that is. Oh, what's happening now? Oh, loading screen. Oh, I guess it's just taking me straight back to the base. It's as if this game knows how easily I get distracted.
If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too.
Yeah.
Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
So, I mean, Gaia's right here, so we'll check in with Gaia first. But it seems pretty clear that the clone was the one that sent the signal, not Aletheia, even though Aletheia was there at the Far Zenith research
Welcome
lab.
back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Yep.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better check on the clone before I head back out there.
Yes. She retreated to the maintenance corridor directly below us. Varl is with her.
Right.
Gaia's right, because we never counted on having Aletheia
Gaia.
in the first place. It was always just Poseidon, Minerva, Aether, and Demeter. And the fact that the Zeniths have Aletheia, along with apparently Artemis, and they always had Apollo, doesn't matter. Because thanks to the clone escaping from them and bringing their copy of the Gaia kernel with them, without Gaia, the other subroutines, they're not an awful lot of use.
Why don't you check the cache?
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! Well, at least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Is it just me, or does Aaron sound like Peter Griffin from Family Guy? Let's speak to Zoe. It's been a while since we checked in.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
Well, by stealing the Zenith copy of Gaia, she already has.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least. And heartbreaking. That such life should be bent on destroying ours.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
That's not the only thing the other clone's done, though, because just by virtue of escaping from the Zeniths, it means that they can't get into any Zero Dawn facilities anymore.
In the chest.
Remember, those facility doors are all gene-locked. You need to be one of the original Zero Dawn Prime members to get in. Or a clone of them, which is why the Zeniths created this clone in the first place. She's basically nothing more than a key to them. To the Zeniths, she's just a tool, an asset to be recovered. An asset that is no longer available to them.
Aloy! Glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but
The only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Yeah, she really thought on her feet. Good job.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...?
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Guy is powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Guy is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Guy is using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, they're gonna die.
Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Aloy better not be about to give the kid some hard time. She's been through a lot.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Considering how that clone was raised and what she's been through, she's done remarkably well. And, well, given Beta's panic attack at our lack of progress, I should probably take the hint, get my arse into gear, and go about recovering Poseidon and Demeter, the 2 outstanding errant Gaia subroutines. Poseidon's the closest. Poseidon, as the name would suggest, was the Gaia subroutine responsible for cleaning up and repopulating the oceans. Which is kind of strange, because according to Gaia, Demeter's signal is coming from the Pacific coast, but Poseidon's signal is coming from deep within the Nevada desert. To be specific, the place that used to be known as the city of Las Vegas. It's seen better days. Fun fact for you, by the way, Las Vegas isn't in Las Vegas. Everything that everybody thinks of as Las Vegas, you know, the Sunset Strip or the hotels and casinos, Caesar's Palace, all of that stuff, it's actually in Paradise City. Hence the Guns N' Roses song, Paradise City. Another little fact for you, Paradise City isn't a city. It's an unincorporated town in Clark County, Nevada, right next to the city of Las Vegas. In case you're confused, and you probably should be, to be fair. I mean, most people have absolutely no idea that the Las Vegas Strip is not actually in Las Vegas. It all comes down to money, of course, specifically taxes on the extremely lucrative gambling and hotel business on the Sunset Strip, which was the reason why all of those hotels and casinos were built in Paradise City and not Las Vegas in the first place, because they got better tax concessions. Well, in 1950, the mayor of Las Vegas decided he would quite actually like to get himself a slice of that gambling tax pie. And so he proposed annexing Paradise City and incorporating it into the city of Las Vegas. And of course, the hotel executives didn't want to pay higher taxes, so they lobbied the state government to grant Paradise City the status of unincorporated town, and succeeded. And you can't annex an unincorporated town, so ha. All of which basically means The Sunset Strip is still not in Las Vegas, even though all of the businesses in Paradise City all have Las Vegas, Nevada postal addresses, just to confuse everybody. So suddenly the Guns N' Roses song, "Take Me Down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty," yeah, suddenly it all starts to make sense. You're welcome. Anyway, there's one of those metal flowers. We actually had them in the first game. You couldn't actually do anything with them in the first game other than catalogue them. And, well, at this point I can't actually do anything with them in this game either, but every time I come across one it keeps saying I've discovered a blocked path, which suggests that at some point I am going to be able to do something with them, just not right now. So where's this signal from Poseidon coming from? Because I'm within the search area. The problem is the search area is absolutely huge. This looks a bit out of place. It's like an old Chinese pagoda.
Water's pouring out of that building. Poseidon's doing? I better check it out.
Uh-huh. Water in the
Someone's been
desert.
through here.
Well, this could be it. Let's check it out. There's a campfire there. There are people inside. Stemner, Abaddon. Sound like Oseram names. Let's see what they're up to. I'm going to save the game here first, though. The Tower of Tears. Have a look around. Is that a chest? It is. Looks pretty valuable as well. What do we got? Wow. It's got a new weapon. A new bolt blaster. I never really use bolt blasters. They're kind of like fully automatic crossbows. Yeah, no, I don't get it either. Alright, let's see what's going on in here. Oh, there's another chest there. Well, that was good.
Looks like there's something behind that tarp.
Anybody home?
I almost had him. I was so close. To drowning, maybe. Not to the embers. Moreland, it's over. Well, not for me, it's not. Then you're going to die. Alone. Because we're not sticking around to fish out the corpse. We're through.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Would he choose life or succumb to deadly delusion?
Hello. So, there's an ancient city under the sand, but it's flooded.
Suddenly a Norse spear maiden appeared.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're not typical Delvers. That's for sure. What's this?
I call it a diving bubble. This is the Mark 1. The Mark 2 was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a
Compressed air capsule, hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? What? Get over here. She's a stranger.
You got a name?
Aloy.
Moreland. Not a stranger anymore.
You're a damn fool.
Come on. I got the original schematics over here.
Oh, well, hold on. Just a couple of questions first.
Fair enough. Partner?
Partner?
Don't mind him.
What's so important down there that you'd risk your life?
Well...
Moreland, I'm not interested in salvage, okay? Whatever you find below is yours.
Well, all right. Then what if I told you we were delving for the most spectacular treasures ever scribed by man or maid?
I'd say get to the point.
No nonsense. I like it. Behold, an ember.
Looks like a piece of junk.
Well, now, yes, but with a proper spark. These magnificent creations of the old ones paint mesmerizing pictures in the air, and the ruins below us are full of them. A feast for the eyes beyond description. Just as my old Gramps promised me.
How did your grandfather discover these embers?
He was here. 40-odd years ago. He was one of the first to lead a delving party into the West. He discovered the ancient city around us, plumbed the depths of this very structure. He found the hollow underneath and the glowing embers all about. Took as many as he could and brought them home. He always wanted to come back and get more, but, well, he never scraped up the shards. What he really wanted to do was use the embers to put on a show. One unlike the world has ever seen.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He was a true delver and a true showman. And I miss him. But I will do him proud. I will gather the embers and put on a spectacle that would have amazed even him. With your help, of course.
So what exactly happened down there?
It was a delve like no other. A chance to follow my old Gramps' footsteps. Beneath this structure here is an enormous hollow, a dome protected from the sands. We built this elevator here to ensure easy egress and exit. It's quite a contraption, actually, and not so easy to...
Right. Again. What happened?
At the bottom, we beheld the treasure my Gramps first discovered. Painted images in the air of every description. Dancing women, games and coins and promises of jackpots. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta be good. But then, something went wrong. The images turned nautical. Waves went through them, even fish. It's like a strange underwater dream.
Poseidon's dream.
Yes. Well, suddenly there was this terrible rushing sound, and then an explosion of water erupted from the floor.
So water just shot up from the floor and filled the place up?
It was a raging flood unlike anything I've seen. We ran like forge fire and barely made it up the elevator as a wave just crashed beneath us. Shaken, but not stirred, I built the diving bubbles Mark I and Mark II. I tried the descent in each, but I nearly drowned both times. Abaddon's beside himself. He thinks I'm insane. But I can't give up now. I've come too far. And the embers are just barely within my reach.
Well, maybe I can help.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
I'd better get after those parts.
There's a fully intact compressed air capsule in the Mark II, but like I said, it's stuck in the shaft.
If you made it back up alive, I should be able to swim down that far.
All right. As for the other parts, Stemmer scouted a herd due south of here that should have what we need.
I'm on it.
Great. I'll come back when you get the gear. Good hunting.
Well, looks like we're going swimming, because Poseidon's down there, and I need Poseidon. So we're going to see how this works out in the next episode. In the meantime, a lot of information to take in this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.